What is going on, RFCL fam? It is your boy, Monarch Terp, and I am, of course, here with our boy, Coach Nicotine. Coach Nicotine, we got a pretty nice matchup here tonight for us with the Kentucky State versus Dayton crews facing off here. I really think that these are two tremendous teams. We're not going to waste too much time, though, talking about it because we already been talking a lot about it during the stream. We're going to go over to Kentucky State, though, to do some pregame questions for them.
Whether she cannot take estrogen or just prefers not to, together you can find the right fit.
All right.
For her.
Coach Liam in Kentucky State, a little short-staffed here tonight, but we still have faith in you. Coach Liam, you guys spent a little time in Cancun last week. It looks like the rest of your staff may not have made it back. But with that being said, what are you saying to your group, to get them refocused for this top 10 matchup that you have here?
It's a top 10 matchup against a very well-coached team. Obviously, everybody's excited to get going. We're not taking this lightly. Basically just told them that they're out there playing for each other. We don't care how good they are. We're just going to go out and play our style of football, and we'll see what happens.
Love it. Nicotine?
That is it. Good luck to you, and we look forward to seeing you at halftime.
Appreciate you. Catch you, boys.
Good luck, sir. And Coach Viking and the Dayton staff, huge matchup here tonight for you guys, looking to rebound after that unfortunate close loss to NW whoever they are. But a big game tonight for you. Some may call it the game of the week. Others may be wrong, in my opinion. But what are you telling your group tonight to get them through this tough battle?
It's funny you mentioned the game of the week. Our guys are feeling a little disrespected, and the coaching staff as well. We've been snubbed for game of the week after week, and they're just changing the rules at this point to snub us. So, we'll go out there and we'll prove that we're game of the week worthy.
Love to hear it. Nicotine, anything for you?
Yeah, just to that point real quick, me and Monarch did get to pick our whatever game we wanted. So us choosing this game is kind of more important than game of the week. You're the Monarch and Nicotine game of the week. So congrats to you already. So I believe it's DeFreaky Amish, but seems like y'all might share some offensive responsibility. But how are you going to maintain what's been a very strong first half team into a second half to actually finish a game way on top of a team like you did Space Force week 1?
Well, after the game last week, I pulled my quarterback aside and I told him, do not lose confidence in yourself because we're going to keep trusting you to take those shots. I trust our team to make the right plays, to hit the holes and do all that. I have complete confidence in these guys. We're going to turn around. We're just going to click in one of these games and you'll see our true potential.
Love to hear it, going with the motivational take there. Monarch?
I was going to say, Coach Connor, number 2 scoring offense in the league for you. What are you? You're on defense. Sorry, on defense, you've had a dangerous group there, being able to get to the quarterback. All season long, you've had multiple players with multiple sacks a game here at this point, averaging. What are you telling your group to keep them focused and get into the backfield again tonight?
Just the same thing they've been doing week in and week out, just gotta be better in the second half.
Love to hear it, and maybe look forward to seeing if you guys can pull it off here in the second half. Like you mentioned, a real strong starting team, looking to get that handled, though, in the second half as well. Boys, we look forward to talking to you at halftime and seeing what you have in store tonight. We wish you the best of luck.
Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, and Coach Nicotine, any final thoughts before we get into this game here?
I'm extremely excited. It's nice to see that the Dayton coaches are acknowledging that they got to be better in that second half, and if they're making that a focus, then I'm really excited to see what we're going to get here. Undefeated KSU at the end, or a comeback team in Dayton.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think this is going to be a close one, to be honest with you. I really think that both of these teams are ready to play here tonight. So kicking off KSU on defense first, Dayton calling the fair catch there and getting the ball at the 25-yard line. So we'll see what Achilles Smith Jr. here can do. And we'll see if they go to the run game like they have been throughout the season so far. They have a number of really good wide receivers as well, not least of which is Megatron Johnson.
What you've seen so far this year from this Dayton offense, it's a lot of number 29 and their other running back, number 5, Khalil Valentine. These two are a two-headed monster. I do have to put my money more on Valentine and being the ball carrier for most of the game, but here we'll see it.
They do get the handoff off up the middle. It is to Valentine, like you had just mentioned. Gain of 2 off the left-hand side there. Going quickly with the duo look there. So 2 running backs in the backfield, 3 wide receivers there. And as you mentioned, they had both options at their disposal to start this one off. Ball at the 27-yard line at the left hash. And they do have Caruso in the backfield with Valentine. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Pistol formation, Achilles Smith, play action, no, up the middle to Valentine, tries to break a tackle, not able to get too far, but is get to a 3rd and 5. So 3rd and manageable. Nicotine, what are you calling here in this situation?
3rd and manageable. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm going to either get an RPO with something to the outside, a place where KSU is pretty weak against, or I'm getting a drag right over the middle. We know that quarterbacks can complete early in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think look out for the drag here. Again, 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Stream is jumpy a little bit. Split backfield, though. Achilles Smith changing things up, maybe changing the play, too. Maybe running the ball to the right side. Don't know what they're going to do here. Back to pass. Achilles Smith has pressure on his face. And it is, oh, my goodness. Looked like he had the man on the drag like Nicotine predicted, but able to get their big paws up there for KSU out of nowhere. Almost a phantom jump, it looks like. Forces the quick 3 and out here for the Flyers. And punting away to a dangerous returner for Kentucky State.
Yeah, real quick there, Achilles Smith, number 15, the quarterback. He's a guy they trust, but really not very good in the short game over the middle. Had a number of passes batted down in earlier weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. Something to look for going forward as well. Nice, I should say nice, but a solid return of about 6-7 yards there up to the 32-yard line now for Kentucky State. Starting on the right hash. Looking like they may be going widespread here with the 4 wide receivers and one running back look. We'll see. That has been their bread and butter so far. 2 wide receivers to the left and right, and in the backfield with their quarterback. Back to pass. Fires left. Little too far left there, and gain of 2 for, who is that, Bardell? Yeah,
AJ Colombo, I believe.
Oh, it could be Colombo.
The wide receiver is.
Oh, okay, excuse me, Colombo with the catch from Bardell. And, Bardell had a really solid week 1 with 306 yards passing and 3 TDs. We'll see if he can, manufacture performance like that. Run up the middle. Huge hole up the middle there for 31. He's going. He could be gone. The stream is a little choppy, but we are getting it done here, boys and girls. Gain of 38 yards there. Josh Fallon, or Fallen, I guess you'd call him. Quick route to the right-hand side. Catch made. Able to get up to the 22-yard line going hurry up here. Quickly again to the line of scrimmage. Bardell sees his man out wide. Changing things up. Maybe the run it this time. With Fallen in the backfield. It is a keeper. Bardell, RPO. He cannot get rid of it, though. And a huge sack there from TJ Bush, adding to his total, as we spoke about a little bit there in the beginning of the game.
Yeah, KSU finally giving us a break to catch our breaths. But if you've ever talked to Liam before about offense, you know this is right where he wants to be in that veer and shoot look.
And not able to get anything going there up the middle. So field goal territory now. Ball at the 26-yard line. It is a 43-yard field goal. And it's up, and it looks like it is good. It does have the distance. And an early 3-0 lead there for the Thoroughbreds here in Dayton.
that KSU offense been lightning quick all year. That probably even quicker than they usually set up. Is this an onside return?
It looks like it is an onside return by accident from Dayton. So we'll see if they get the ball to 25 or somehow does some magic and bounces back in here.
Goodness.
Is out of the end of the end zone. Yeah, that's what you got to love with those custom playbooks there. So Dayton trying to get back on the right track. Looked like they had a solid setup there to start the game, but went 3 and out. And as you mentioned, Coach Nicotine, lightning quick from the Thoroughbreds, looking to strike often and as quickly as they can. Smith in underneath the center this time, 2 tight ends. The give is to Valentine, hit directly in the backfield, loss of a yard there. So again, the Thoroughbreds able to get solid pressure and clog these running lanes so far.
At KSU, actually, one of the undersung parts of this game is the 2 top defenses in points allowed are up against each other. And KSU actually being the number 1 pass defense, Dayton being the number 1 rush defense. Right here, KSU's really flexing their defensive muscle.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're in this duo over formation here. So 2 running backs in the backfield next to Smith on the left-hand side. Face the toss. He does toss out quickly there. Huge play. Wonderful play call. So fake the toss and immediately hit their number 2 running back. Like we mentioned, Jordan Washington there out of the backfield for a solid gain. And first down up to the 44-yard line now for the Dayton Flyers.
Ours, it is actually KSU's allowed 21 in 2 games. This is only their 3rd game. They were off last week.
Yeah, they were in Cancun for a long time there. As Cancun, Cabo, who knows? Back to pass Achilles Smith, though. Firing deep, has a man. It's caught. It is caught. First and goal. What a huge catch. Was that Megatron?
It's Aiden Williams, the sophomore. No. Yeah, it is Aiden Williams.
Yeah, Aiden Williams, like you mentioned, the sophomore, and just making a huge play down the field. We don't know if he's their only speedster, but he definitely got some solid separation there. And Achilles Smith not afraid to throw it deep here. First and goal, ball on the left hash. 9-yard line, pistol formation for Achilles Smith. Back to pass, Smith has a man over the middle. Has time. Taking off Achilles Smith. Dives for the end zone. Touchdown, Flyers.
Right on cue for Dayton. They're a first half offense. They get into the end zone with no troubles at all. Getting the ball to KSU, we might have 30 seconds before it's Dayton ball again, so I hope they get a quick drink.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to get some refreshments there from this offense after they only took off a minute and 20-something seconds, maybe less than that, a minute and 16-ish seconds for this drive there. Yeah, minute and 16 seconds on this drive. Doing math is always good. So, a very strong answer from the Flyers. We didn't go into this one thinking we were going to see a shootout necessarily, but that might be what we're in for, boys and girls. So strap yourself in. Kick to the goal line here. Takes the fair catch. Ball out to the 25-yard line. And Coach Nicotine, are you expecting to see that same tempo from Coach Liam?
Something pretty similar. He likes to start in something really wide or a stack to give him a really good look, because really their main goal is to get the ball to Fallen, number 31, the running back.
Fallen, like you mentioned. Fallen, not falling forward this time. No gain on the play. Maybe even a loss of a half yard. Huge stop by the defensive line and also number 42 for the defense there. Again with Fall in the backfield. Bardell looking to change things up here. Sees that he has potentially cover 1. It is that screen pass that they love. Gets up to the 30-ish yard line, we'll say. And 3rd and 5. So another quick 3rd down scenario here for the Thoroughbreds. And Dayton looking at the ball back like you mentioned, Coach Nicotine.
Yeah, A.J. Colombo there making the catch. That's really their standout wide receiver. One of my favorite parts of all these transfers coming in, he's the only one that's actually from the RFCL, played at WCU in real life last season and the year before, coming over to KSU to see a winning team.
Absolutely, and it looks like they come out in a bunch quad formation, and Dayton did not like their setup. Took a quick timeout here. And so still 3:37 left in the first quarter. Again with this wide stack formation, Dayton changing things up with their alignment. 3rd and 5 here, ball on the right hash. Bardell changing things. Back to pass, Bardell. Fires to the left and cannot complete. Had a man wide open, it looked like there, but could not connect. And a quick 3-and-out now for the Thoroughbreds, having to punt the ball back to Dayton, who offensively seems to have figured themselves out.
Yeah, downside of that wide offense, you go for that short out, that becomes a 25-yard pass going from hash to opposite hash.
Absolutely, and a really nice play by the gunner there for the Thoroughbreds. Shut that block real quick and just got up in there and made that tackle. Ball's now at the 30-yard line here. So average field position for both teams to start out. Under center for Akili Smith. Trips to the left. Has Valentine in the backfield, of course. Caruso out to the right. The give is to Valentine. Cannot get away. Oh, he does get away, but still a loss of a yard. Did a nice little juke there to get outside, but could not outrun the nickel cornerback.
Yeah, Sam Wood's there, really good player on defense for KSU. I'd really start to look for number 44, their Mike linebacker, to get involved. He is quite a dog.
Absolutely, and again with the duo formation, 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right, and 2 running backs to Akili Smith's right. It is a play action, quickly thrown out to the left, but it is taken down. He does catch the ball, but no gain there, so a big 3rd and 10. So both of these teams not using really much clock at all. Looks like it's going to be a long one for us.
That's Sam Woods again making a big play on a wide receiver as a Sam linebacker. That's really what you want to see.
And what I love to see is the support from Coach Krexter in the chat. Fuck yes, we are the best announcers. Let's go. And 5 wide formation, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Akili Smith in the backfield. Is he going to run this ball?
They do like the QB blast out of this. They've ran it before. I don't think that's what they're going for here, but it's in their wheelhouse.
Back to pass. Akili Smith throwing it deep. Oh, hits his man over the middle, actually. Nice spin move there. And that is Jelani Watkins, the sophomore. So both sophomores making big plays here early on for the Flyers. And going quickly with the 5 wide now. Ball up to the 36-yard line. Akili Smith changing things up. Has a man outside. Cannot connect. Oh, disconnect, excuse me. Another 2 broken tackles. Another great play there from their wide receiver. That's Jarrell Canto, freshman. So you got underclassmen making plays here for Dayton in the wide receiver core.
Yeah, this is the no-fly zone for KSU, and they're really starting to get ate up here in this first half. Look for them to quickly figure out their bend but don't break mentality.
And again, to give it the middle to Valentine, so they did a nice RPO there. Gaining 2 yards from Valentine, so they're going to change up their tempo a little bit here. And once again, 2nd and 8 now from the 20-yard line. So entering the red zone for the Flyers for the 2nd time tonight.
They have had issues in previous games with the red zone. They've gotten stalled quite a bit of times and had to resort to field goals and even miss some of those. So KSU's not down and out here. They got to apply some pressure, see if they can make something happen.
Yeah, absolutely. I formation offset here with the double tight end. So I formation wing, changing things up. Could be going up the middle here with Valentine. Or with Washington, excuse me. Washington outside. Or that's their 3rd running back, excuse me. Even more players. Big play.
Really potentially a game-changing play by KSU's outside there, setting the edge, coming up and making that tackle. 3rd down, huge.
Yeah, huge 3rd down, 3rd and 9. 53 seconds ticking down here in the first quarter. And, this will be a really interesting call. Looks like they're going to be having, a number of wide receivers and a number of possibilities here to throw the ball to. Got Bunch over there with the tight end, but you still have the 2 wide players. Back to pass, Akili Smith. Hits his man, falls forward, gets almost to the line to gain. Interesting play call time here, Coach Nicotine. What would you be doing?
I mean, me personally, I'm probably taking my 3. I know that's kind of I can't say that. It's kind of a sad way to play on offense, but Dayton's been moving the ball well. However, Kentucky here in this red zone has looked pretty soft. They had a great play call there, but still giving up a lot of room.
Yeah,
really surprised wide receiver tight end there doesn't reach out, convert that.
And I'd be surprised if they hike this ball too. Unless they see what they like, they can take it into the 2nd quarter if they would like to. Looks like they may be blasting it. I would not hike this ball.
I would not either. KSU's done a really good job of lining up gap sound on defense, really testing even when Dayton goes in those funky formations. They're covering the run, and they're still manned up across the board.
Yeah, and as we mentioned before, but it's still going on, Coach Liam pulling triple duty tonight as a head coach, offensive coordinator, and defensive coordinator. So we'll see if that has any effect here on his abilities to make concise and clear calls in these high-pressure scenarios.
Sometimes it can be tough with the decision making. You never get a break to really think about what you want to do when you're playing that solo. But from experience, everything comes out more clear. You don't have to second guess because you're picking all the play calls yourself. I see it as an advantage for some coaches.
Absolutely. No, I totally agree. And I think that, it'll be interesting to see if Coach Liam can bring that translated to some success here in the second quarter. But again, 4th and 1, they are going for it. This could be a QB run here. Oh, it's a Wildcat with Valentine in the backfield.
This is a blast. They've run this blast several times.
Valentine, lots of space. Valentine into the end zone. Touchdown Flyers.
When in doubt, give it to your best player, Valentine there, who's saved them several times this year. Just puts it in the end zone on a really crunch time play.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 rushing touchdowns now from this Flyers offense. A scramble from Achilles Smith, and basically a scramble when you think about it, with Valentine there. And as you called it, Coach Nicotine, that is their bread and butter in this scenario, and it has yet to be unsuccessful. So we'll see if they keep going back to it. Took 3 minutes and almost 30 seconds off that clock, too. So we're able to use some clock there and get in control of this game. We'll have to see if Coach Liam can really get his foot on the pedal here and get back in this one.
Yeah, I believe I'm actually positive that's Dayton's first rushing touchdown since week 1 against Space Force. Mostly been doing it through the air in low-scoring games. They're already at their total, more than their total last week, and just about at their total for week 2. So offense really clicking. Hope they can just carry it into the next few quarters.
Yeah, and again, Coach Liam coming out in the wide bunch formation now, so wide sets here. Couldn't run the ball, but they are the top passing team in the country right now. Throwing it to the left, though, blanketed coverage there from the Dayton Flyers, so not anything open there for Bardell, who is 3 of 5 here early with just 12 yards. So everything underneath already sacked and pressured a couple times here.
Yeah, I know the scoreboard might discourage you from running the ball, but there's still plenty of time left. You have timeouts. I'd really, even here, same look as last play. Run it with Fallen. Don't overthink it.
Yeah, don't overthink it for sure, but still 3rd and 8 here, so maybe they need to change up when they're passing and when they're running the ball. They're putting themselves behind the ball, so to speak. They're not in these easy 3rd down scenarios. Going to be forced to be throwing the ball, which, like we mentioned, they're very comfortable doing that, but tonight has not been the success that they've wanted so far. So 3 receivers to the left, to the right, 2 to the left. Bardell changing things up. 22 seconds here in the play clock. 7:30. Back to pass. Bardell has his man, but is not over the line of not over the line of gain, and it's a long one there, in my opinion. Might be 4th and 2. Coming out to punt the ball away from their own 34-yard line. Coach Liam.
Yeah, the last thing you want versus this Dayton defense, they have the best defensive line in football. You do not want to be in obvious passing situations. That's really where they thrive, with the most sacks in the league by far.
Yeah, absolutely by far, and adding to it tonight already. But the ball now in pretty solid field position, ball at the 39-yard line there. Was worried that he didn't call a fair catch there, though, Nicotine.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but Liam might have left it up to the player there, and he made the wrong decision. Either way, Dayton in good field position. The way they've made all their money the past few games is good defense, positive field position, getting in the red zone.
That's right, and clock ticking down, play action. Kiss with hit quickly in the backfield. Huge sack there. Once again, Josh Woods, like you mentioned, everywhere on the field tonight so far.
Yeah, Josh Woods is one I had written down a few times on my sheet. He's made great plays all throughout the year, as the rest of this linebacker core for KSU has. Really, I mean, without a few of them, they aren't 2-0. It's clear.
Absolutely. And already with 3 tackles for a loss, 4 tackles, and a sack, just a minute and a half here into the second quarter. So Woods having a really big first half. Got to see if he can get some of his teammates involved, though, here on the defensive end. All right,
Look
Smith.
for 44 right here. Left side linebacker.
There he is. Keely Smith changing things up. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Back to pass. Smith fires over the middle. Hits his man quickly there. Getting down to about the 35-yard line. So still a long 3rd and 14 after that first down sack. 6 minutes.
Dayton here really has the whole playbook open. 3rd and 14 is unfortunate, but look for them to not be afraid to throw something underneath and let the speed show.
Absolutely. Motion here left to right. Back to pass. Smith has time. Fires. Hits his man. Is it a first down? Falling forward there. Jelani Watkins. So again, Watkins making a big play and going hurry up here. Back to that wide bunch formation. Smith looking to the sidelines. Pressing from KSU. Can he hit him over the top? It looks like he's going to try to here on the left-hand side. He has his man that he wants. He's firing left, maybe. He is firing deep. Oh, just out of reach there for Watkins, it looked like again. Like the play call there.
That's Aiden Williams. That's the second time they've tried to throw deep to Aiden Williams, not connecting there. Their quarterback, Keely Smith, really just not afraid to rip it.
No, absolutely. And like you said, Nicotine, Aiden Williams, so getting my sophomores mixed up a little bit there for the wide receiver core, but Aiden Williams again going deep, and they really like that play. Haven't seen much from Megatron Johnson, though. Don't know where he's at. In the slot there, it looks like. Motion from left to right. Quickly thrown out to that right to motion man. Gain of about 2.5 yards, so 3rd and 8 ball at the 48-yard line. Really big play here for both teams.
Peculiar play call there, coming the swing into the short side when you're ahead of the chains there. I really would look for them. If they want the ball in Valentine's hand, he does his best damage between the tackles.
Absolutely, he does. In split backfield with Valentine and Washington. Oh, it's a play action. Halfback pass. Oh, he almost gets it off there, but is hit by the defense. So another great defensive play there from the Thoroughbreds to keep themselves in this one. Looks like they had a man that he was throwing to. And I believe that is that would be their one trick play of the game.
It is their one trick play, and thanks to the tuck rule, it's not a scoop and score opportunity for KSU there, because that ball, not sure if it was coming forward.
Yeah, absolutely. He got hit hard, and he did not want to hold on to it for sure. But now backed up here quickly, Bardell in the backfield with his running back. Stunt coming out here. Bardell throwing, has a man. One-on-one coverage there. If he breaks that tackle, he could still be running, but a great catch and huge first down there to get away from their goal line.
Kyle Jones there making it a great attempt. Thought he might take it with a well-placed ball all the way to the house. KSU does not need to hurry up here. Take your time.
Absolutely take your time. Still 4:45 here in the second quarter, so a lot of time left. Back to pass, Bardell has time, fires left-hand side there, hits his man. Quickly hitting his man. So Torrance Bardell, 6 of 8, 40 yards so far. You know, they have put up the most yards in the league so far. Just 2 games in, averaging over 200 and I believe 60 yards a game. And so Bardell gonna have to get himself going here if they want any chance of winning this one.
Yeah, Bardell leading the passing right behind Ndub Mo.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just ahead of Dayton.
Almost an interception. They're throwing into triple coverage, it looked like, with the crossers. And bringing up a quick, not say quick, but bringing up a 3rd and 5 here with 4:29 left in the second quarter. Nicotine, what are you seeing from this offense here of KSU that they just can't seem to get it right?
KSU needs to slow it down. I believe the I'll let you call this one right here.
Bardell in the shotgun formation, back to pass, has a man, fired over the middle, hits his running back, falling, getting, not falling forward, but up to the 49-yard line. So a nice angle route there for Fallen. gets that man-to-man coverage on the linebacker. Anytime you can get Fallen one-on-one there, it's going to be a dangerous play.
This is a good Dayton defense. You're not going to trick them, so I wouldn't be worried about going fast. The best plays they've had for KSU have been in that wide split and read the defense. Take your time.
Yeah, wide again here. Wide bunch to the right. Fallen in the backfield with Bardell. Give it the middle of Fallen. Fallen has some room, cutting inside, spinning his way forward. Gets up to about 11-yard gain there. So Josh Fallen, at one time, only had a couple yards rushing, but now up to 52 yards here. After that 39-yard gain, and again with about 11-yard gain there for the first down. Ball down to the 39-yard line.
Josh Fallen, truly a special player, and they need to play more through him. Line up, read the defense. If it's open, run the ball.
Absolutely. And
Take
again,
that clock.
They're trying to run this same formation with the wide bunch. Back to pass, Bardell this time. Fires outside. And it is incomplete. Nice hit there from the defense. Sesame Jackson there. Nice blow up, of course, with that ability.
At this point, as a coaching staff, you need to be talking about what about the field goal? How are we going to take time? What is our decision coming up? You need to be looking ahead. And for Liam, he doesn't have anyone to bounce those ideas off of. I hope he is thinking ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. We hope so. Ball at the 39-yard line again. 2nd and 10. Two receivers to the left, two to the right. Fall in the backfield. New quarterback, it looks like. Number 12. And they get to Fallen, of course, and it looks like Dayton was ready for that one. They noticed the new quarterback, and they said, you know what? You're giving the ball to Fallen. We're going right at him.
Here, this next play, we'll get to see if that was an intentional decision by Coach Liam or if that was potentially an injury. Hopefully just a stinger if it is the case.
Yeah,
or if
absolutely.
we might have controversy on the undefeated KSU Thoroughbreds.
Yeah, absolutely. It could be an interesting situation here. No, Bardell back in there, so it looks like it could have been a formational change. Not sure if that was the right thing to do there, but Bardell changing things up, has two to the left, two to the right, Fallen to his right. Over the middle, wide open, caught, but falling down. Oh, man, he could have still been running. Huge first down gain, though. Cameron
And
Tucker.
absolutely, probably the most unathletic play he will have in his career, falling over Casper on a potential game-changing touchdown there. But getting to snap it again is not a bad thing for KSU.
Not at all. Bardell quickly going to Fallen this time. No, excuse me. It is not Fallen. It is their backup running back. Oh, it was Fallen. Excuse me.
Yeah, 31.
I don't know why I saw a single-digit number there, but apparently Fallen forward, getting a couple yards there. So 2nd and 8, ball at the 22-yard line, just outside of the red zone, with 2:22 left here in the first half.
KSU will mostly use Fallen. They do have a few backups, but the talent drop-off is quite significant. So Donovan Journey, probably just their wildcat option. If you see him in the game, look for something tricky.
Absolutely. And we got 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Fallen to the left of Bardell. Bardell in the backfield. Shotgun formation. Motion from right to left. Throwing over the middle to the motion man. It should have been intercepted there. Could have still been running for the defense, but it is dropped. Hit off.
Bardell with off the left guard.
Yeah, absolutely. Dink and doink there, and it should have been an easy pick 6, it looks like. Nobody was between him and the end zone. Huge third down, though. 3rd and 8, ball to the 22-yard line. Fallon in the backfield. Wide stack formation for Bardell. Back to pass, Bardell looking right, has his man caught. Jones reaching for the end zone, not able to get there, but a huge catch there. Brings it down to the 2-minute warning. Ball at the 1-yard line, and they are utilizing that wide formation to get those players making those cuts and getting open, Coach Nicotine.
Really a perfect scenario for KSU as long as they have that make or break play right here. I'm not too upset if I get tackled in bounds.
Bardell maybe with the sneak right here. We'll find out. The pitch outside. And that is their other running back, and it is a touchdown. KSU into the end zone, answering the bell here with 1 minute and 58 seconds left, trying to get to a 14-10 game. But Donovan Journey, the journeyman himself.
And Journey there, hearing me in the booth, comes out to poach the touchdown from our guy Josh Fallen. He's really just too tired from carrying this team on his back. had to let his his backup there have one. Another onside return.
Yeah, another mistake here from the Dayton special teams unit, but a flag here. We'll find out what this is. Illegal block in the back. Yikes. So, not even necessary to block anybody there, it seemed like, but they did it anyways, and a block in the back, and it brings it back to the 15-yard line to start here for Dayton. See if KSU can make a quick stop and get the ball back before halftime.
Yeah, that there was a clear get back from something earlier in the game we must have missed. Maybe some your mama joke that he just had to get his lick back.
Yeah, absolutely. Pistol formation here for Achilles Smith. Has Valentine behind him. Excuse me, that's Washington behind him. The handoff is to Washington. Gain of a yard. Had a little bit of a opening there. First carry of the night for Washington, even though he's been in the backfield a few times.
Yeah, and Dayton here is encroaching on territory they have not yet seen this season. They blew out Space Force and then came back to a 13-point lead at half versus UTRGV and a 10-point lead at half versus NWMO. This could potentially be their closest game at half.
Yeah, absolutely. And you wonder if they'll make some changes there at halftime. Halftime Smith fires, hits his man, and it is caught. A huge catch there. Big time catch there, and able to get hit and hold on to it. Number 17, that's Jelani Watkins again. Going quickly, Keith Smith. Oh, he's a man wide open. Number 4. It's caught. Oh, he drops it. Oh my goodness. Megatron Johnson on the wheel route. He was wide open. He actually had 2 men there. Not able to hold on. Love the play call, though.
Yeah, quarterback for Dayton really had the right idea, not the arm talent he thought he had. A little bit of a wobble there on that spiral. Not making it to his target. Well, not enough for him to catch and run with it.
Yeah, absolutely not enough there. But Achilles Smith back to pass again here. Has time. Fires over the middle. Going deep. Has a man out there. It's caught. It is caught again. Ball at the 2-yard line now. A huge catch and grab.
Absolutely amazing how the players can hear me from the booth. Anytime I talk shit on a player, he does come right back with something amazing. Achilles Smith might have been a 55-yard bomb there in air.
You know, sometimes they worry about if they're betting on gains, but they're just taking it personally, it seems like, tonight here. This time, give it the middle this time. Oh, it's the outside. It's Valentine. Stiff arms his way. Gets down to the 1-yard line there. The clock is ticking. So they're trying to take this clock down and make sure KSU can't get the ball back. Huge stiff arm, though, from Valentine. Told his man to just get out of his way.
KSU not lined up very strong on the D-line there, given that inside run-up.
Absolutely not strong on the D-line. 22 seconds here on the play clock. So taking his time, Achilles Smith with the split offset here. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And Smith is watching the defense, seeing what they're giving him. Got 6 men in the box here. Not enough, in my opinion, like you mentioned, Coach Nicotine. Motion to the right-hand side. Oh. Hits his man. Valentine walks into the end zone, and it is a touchdown. So they heard you again there, Coach Nicotine. Went to the wide side with the motion this time and had all of the field in front of him. If he was there, if he was, at his own end of the 50-yard line, he'd still be running. Valentine with the quick answer there for the Flyers.
Achilles Smith doing it all, a passing and a rushing touchdown in this first half. This is looking more like a Dayton halftime here with a 11-point lead as KSU looks to maybe get some movement before they get the ball back after half.
Yeah, absolutely. So 26 seconds here for the Thoroughbreds, who do get the ball back, like you mentioned. I believe the Thoroughbreds get the ball back here to start the second half. So see if they can get some quick points and then translate it to a longer situation after the half. But Bardell with the bunch quads here. Back to pass. Bardell has time. Throws off his back foot. Almost intercepted. Excuse me, not off his back foot, but running forward there. Inexplicably. Didn't seem like he had any pressure on him, but decided to just try and take off and then throw it on the run.
For a guy named Lockdown White Boy, he is neither locked down nor a white boy as he drops that wide open interception over AJ Colombo's head.
Yeah.
Bardell really had a guy there just sailing it.
I don't know if they're doing a commentary on his hands as a white guy or if they're just trying to make a joke with him not being white. But at any rate, we have Bardell in the backfield with it is the give to Fallen. Fallen making his way, almost getting that first down to 30 inches and going quickly here for Bardell. Timeout from the Flyers. So, not sure if we're going to take a timeout there. Make them make the play. Run some of that clock off. But 3rd and inches. Bardell with 5 wide receivers in the game. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Shotgun formation. Standing back at his own 30-yard line. Up the middle run for Bardell. And a quick timeout from Coach Liam with 11 seconds left. Ball at the 41-yard line. Not sure if he has the arm, Coach Nicotine, to get to the end zone. But
I'm not saying anything. He'll throw it to the upper deck if I say something.
Yeah, I hear you on that. They got the trip safeties at the 3 high formation from the defense. Once again, 5 receivers, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Back to pass. Bardell has time. Running to his left now. Fires out of bounds, excuse me. And 6 seconds left here in the first half. Actually,
not sure that's how I want to get my quarterback warm, but even worse if he throws a pick, so might as well get that one out of there.
Yeah, absolutely. Taking a knee now here. So, Coach Liam, maybe listening to what we're saying here, Coach Nicotine.
Yeah, offensive coordinator absolutely giving up on his quarterback there. That's something you don't want to see as trying to lead your team. You get the play call to take a shot, and then next one is kneed out.
Yeah, absolutely. So halftime. So a quick halftime here turnaround. We're going to go over to Kentucky State here to start this one. And Coach Liam, a really interesting first half here from your group. Down 21-10, but finding some life there in the second quarter. What are you telling your group to get them refocused here for the rest of the game?
I'm telling hold on, let me pause real quick. I'm telling them to just relax, keep their heads clear. I mean, we were in this situation before. We were down by 2 touchdowns, getting ripped apart earlier in the year. This is nothing new to us. We're gonna go out, play our absolute asses off. Whatever happens, happens. But regardless, we're just going to go leave it all out on the field. We got some stuff to adjust. Bardell's missing throws he doesn't typically miss. Not sure what's going on. But minus that last drive, I think the defense is starting to kind of settle in. But we'll see where it goes.
Absolutely, Nicotine.
That's all from us. Good luck. See you after the game.
See you, sir.
Appreciate you, buddy.
And Dayton Flyers, Coach Viking and crew, a very nice first half from your bunch. Able to be up 21-10 here, but as you mentioned in the pregame, now is the time to make it shine here for you guys for the first time this season with a solid second half. What are you telling your group to get them refocused and make sure they understand it's a 0-0 game?
We've gone several games. The past 2 weeks we've been outscored in the second half 3-27. So we really need to play the first or the second half like we did the first. And as long as our defense can stop wide slants, then we should be fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's the only thing they got.
Yeah, absolutely. As you mentioned, they had some success there with those slant routes on the wide formation. We're not going to take up too much of you guys' time here. We wish you boys the best of luck in the second half.
All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Look.
And back for some quick action here in the second half. Coach Nicotine, what are your thoughts and what do you think we're going to see here in the second half?
It's exactly what we just talked about. Dayton's been here before, one time winning it, one time losing it. So can you take those experiences and apply them to this situation here to get the best outcome? For Liam, I don't know what he's talking about being down 2 touchdowns. They've only let 7 points up per game. So I don't know what he's talking about there. But them playing from behind is something new for them this season.
Yeah, absolutely it is. Bardell gave it the middle to Fallen. Fallen hit quickly in the backfield. Loss of 2 yards there for the Thoroughbreds. A nice tackle from Jason Ahmad.
KSU, do not let the time beat you up at this point. This drive matters more than any in the rest of the game to this point. You need to get down and get something, if not at least punt it into their territory deep.
Yeah, absolutely. You need to get something going here. Bardell in the shotgun formation with Fallen to his right, 2 wide receivers on left and right. Bardell changing things up. 20 seconds left here in the play clock. Looking like he's trying to do some hot routes. Back to pass, Bardell. Firing deep, has a man wide open. Cannot connect, though, on the right-hand side. Unable to hit his man. He could have still been running once again. And brings up a long 3rd and 12.
That's John McCall, their speedster. He caught several drags and took him for large run after carry totals. Here just cannot find his man.
Yeah, can't find his man. Bardell in the backfield. Getting some lag here on the stream. Hits his man quickly. Does get a first down, spinning his way forward to the 40-yard line. Really nice play.
There we go. That's McCall. He McCalled and Bardell answered.
Yeah, absolutely. Bardell throwing to McCall, like you mentioned, and going quickly now with this wide stack formation. Gets away from the pressure. Now he's hitting the backfield, so had 3 men there converge on him. Able to Houdini his way somehow to get away from that one, but then hitting the backfield. And TJ Bush with another sack tonight. They gave him half a sack there, but, I would say that was a full one. Big 3rd and...
You would know.
Yeah, right. 2nd and 13 here for Bardell. Wide stack formation again. Bardell over the middle, has his man wide open. 81, the tight end, quickly with that peak, that RPO peak play that seemed to be working very well against them last week. Looks like Coach Liam was paying attention a little bit, Coach Nicotine.
Yeah, I do love that play, believe it or not. And Bardell really making it look easy there. Tim Hudson right down the middle. Wish he was a little faster, but for a big boy, that's not bad earnings.
No, not at all. Very good earnings, some might say. And nice return on investment. Good way to stay in shape for them. Split backfield formation with, they got 2 running backs in the backfield with them. 1 receiver to the left, 2 to the right. Back to pass. Bardell has crossers. Finds that crosser wide open. It's Colombo. First down, and they're moving this ball here.
It really is one of the underrated fights going on here is Dayton's best player, in my opinion. Marquise Lightfoot, number 12, has been absolutely silent all game. He's a man who disrupts offenses, and he's been a non-factor.
Yeah,
right edge.
Absolutely has not done anything. Back to pass, Bardell. He is cold somehow, and he can't connect. Maybe the coldness is affecting him a little bit here. As you can see previously, I believe this might be the most incompletions if you add in both games so far this year. So 12 of 20 so far. Not able to connect the way they wanted to completely, but we'll see if we get it going.
He's a great player, but there for the offensive coordinator, I don't know about the out to the wide side opposite hash. That is a tough throw for a young quarterback there.
Absolutely it is. An offset backfield. Now switch it to bunch quad over here to the right. 1 receiver to the left. Bardell throws quickly to the running back screen. Falling, catching the ball now, and getting out to the 21-yard line. So bring up a nice 3rd and 6 here for the Thoroughbreds. And Coach Nicotine, we don't need to go for it on 4th down, but with their ability to move the ball on the field, I might think if you get into a 4th and 2, you might go for this here.
I'm easily running a play that I like to formation I like twice because I'm hurrying it up if it's anything close and going for it on 4th.
Absolutely, and it's a shotgun tight formation here. Halfback angle route. Bardell has time. Looks over and it's intercepted the goal line. Intercepted, breaking the tackle. It's White Boy, of course. It's White Boy getting the ball back down to the 15-yard line and had his man over the middle. Was looking for Fallen, but could not connect.
His name is White Boy, but his hands are multiracial. That time he locks on and does not let go. Could potentially be the backbreaker for Dayton. For KSU.
Yeah, absolutely it could be. We'll see if Achilles Smith and this offense get on the field here. Under center this time for Smith. Up the middle to Valentine. Gets a short gain of 2 yards. Excuse me, that was not Valentine. That was Jordan Washington with his 2nd carry of the game there. Longest of the game for 2 yards. So not a whole lot of good eating for Washington, but they're going back to him.
This is really here when we get to taste the pudding. figure of speech. Dayton is on offense. This is usually where they start slowing it way down and start running with the wrong running back, and things get really slow for them. So let's see if they can change that.
Yeah, again under center for Smith. Trips to the left. Valentine in the backfield here. They got 7 guys at the line of scrimmage for hits his man. Watkins outside, but they had 7 men at the inside the box there for the Thoroughbreds, but got the ball out quickly there on the sticks pass and brings up a 3rd and manageable 3rd and 3 here at the 22-yard line.
Yeah, I would threaten the inside here, but do not be afraid to take a shot if you're Dayton. You're known for being a little conservative here in the second half, so let it rip and let them know it's a different team than they've seen before.
Absolutely, and as you mentioned, they have been conservative, but Smith has been on fire here tonight. See if they can get a man here. Looks like man-to-man coverage. Fire in the middle. Has his man. He cannot complete it. Could not get his feet set, it looked like, but had a man who could have still been running. And it brings up 4th and 3.
I think you had to. You had to call that play. It was the right play call. Defense reacted the way that you would hope for. Guy is wide open. Just can't complete the pass.
Yeah, almost got it there, but a nice kick and hit quickly there on the return for the Thoroughbreds. Flyers flying down the field, so to speak, and making a nice tackle. Excuse me. So 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. Some of the best field position that the Thoroughbreds have had all game. Bardell in the backfield, fallen. He throws out to his tight end. I think it's Caruso.
Tim Hudson again.
Yeah, Tim Hudson not meaning to misidentify you, but not able to get anything going so far with the tight end except for that one peek and pop play. Brings up 2nd and 10. Bardell again in the backfield. Shotgun formation with Fallen to his right. Back to pass Bardell. Firing right this time. Hits his wide receiver Tucker. Gets a nice block there from Fallen. And does get out to about the 45-yard line of Dayton. So quickly moving the ball now here.
I do want to know where they've locked Javon Tracy, their wide receiver for KSU. I want to know what room they've locked him in because I've seen him on 0 plays.
Yeah, I have not seen him make a play yet tonight, but he is a dangerous player. So anything can happen here from the wide stack formation. Looking like it could be a delay a game here. Delay a game. Unfortunate delay a game there to get to 1st and 15. Not sure what's happening, but split slot offset now here. Split slot open, for the Thoroughbreds. See if they can correct that going forward. As we know, Coach Liam here by himself tonight, so not sure who he could blame for that one. Bardell now in the shotgun formation once again with the split backfield. Back to pass. Bardell has men, throws it over the middle, and there he is, number 0, able to make the play. It's Colombo, of course. Brings it down to 2nd and 7, and gets back all that yardage and a couple that they lost in the delay of game.
KSU moving down the field, but that really hasn't been their problem all game. It's about capitalizing and continuing that momentum right here. You need to keep attacking that center.
Up the middle of the Fallen has his room, falls forward, of course, like his namesake is. Ball down to the 33-yard line now, and it is 1st down again for Kentucky State.
Yeah, Josh Fallen there it's showing 54 yards a game, but in his first game he only had 15 yards. So since his first game, he's had over 200 yards now, I believe. Truly a workhorse. Just got to get him going.
Yeah, absolutely, and they've got him going so far tonight. The give again to Fallen. Looks like he could have been a quarterback keeper, though, for a lot of yards, but gave it away there. And loss of a yard for Fallen, so Fallen backwards this time. And looks like they're trying to get away from the run here on 2nd down and long.
Dayton defense, you really can't say enough about them all year. Even in their one loss, defense just outstanding throughout. Tip of the cap, too. I believe Connor calls most of the defense.
Yeah, absolutely. Connor doing a great job there on defense. Back to pass. Bardell has his man to the left. wide open there, rushing over the line to gain. A little bit of lag there, but a lot of bit of yards for the wide receiver there. And it is a nice first down for the Thoroughbred. So able to get out of trouble and down to the 21-yard line, entering red zone territory almost.
This game could really shake up the standings, too, when we look at it. Dayton being definitely in the top 6 after last week's loss, and KSU, you can't argue with the undefeated team being top 5. So, I mean, this could really shake it up with Dayton potentially beating KSU.
And it is Wildcat right here, falling, taking the direct snap, gets outside, he has a lane, he could be gone. Falling into the end zone, touchdown, Thoroughbreds. And just like that, the Thoroughbreds are back in this one. Is it going for 2 territory here, Coach Nicotine?
I would say not yet. There's plenty of time. Your defense has actually shown quite a bit. And just like we've talked about before, Dayton not doing much offensively in the second half. So I'm really not too worried about it. Take what points I can easily get. Very smart there by Coach Liam after attacking the middle, going for the outside, really just catching Dayton lacking.
Yeah, absolutely caught them lacking. And, it looks like we have a ongoing, how should I say, shit-talking fest in the chat room here with imagine different things going on. So imagine if we were all paying attention to this game. Story of Dayton's season, of course, Coach Martin out there laying down the law and also calling out good stuff here in the chat.
Dayton really, they've got to get it going. What they've done mostly in the second half and what they probably will do here, they might attempt one pass, feeling like that's enough, and then they can go ahead and just hand it off 4 times, but got to stay aggressive here.
Yeah, looking at they are. Hits their man quickly with the thing. Washington able to get over the middle there with the slant route, stumbling forward for 6 yards. 2nd and 4 on the right hash with the 31-yard line now. Yeah, you need to be gifted subscriptions, of course, Coach Craigster. I mean, don't understand how they're not getting with the program here, but maybe they'll figure it out there in the chat. 2nd and 4 with 1 minute and 45 seconds left here in the third quarter. Smith in the pistol formation. Up the middle, Valentine hit quickly in the backfield, so it has been slow going now for Valentine in this running game. Lorenzo Engelman Jr., the safety, coming up and making the play in the backfield.
KSU defense really riding high, have a lot of momentum. Dayton here, they are doing the what I would say is correct, being aggressive. However, just not really getting the yards. I would look for something short to the outside here as you're centered between the hashes. And KSU might be overloading that box there trying to get a sack.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like they're going to have the ball on the right hash, though. So we'll see if they go near side or if they go wide side. They do have everyone set up wide side here. It's duo over. 2 wide receivers to Achilles Smith's left. Looking again with that quick pass. Unable to catch it, though. Really nice defensive play there from the Thoroughbreds. Martell Haight, if you want to say, rather. Able to make a nice play there all over the offensive player. And it is a quick 3 and out for the Flyers, giving the ball back to the Thoroughbreds.
An absolute amazingly timed press there by Coach Liam. He puts his cornerback right up against the line and lets him go be an athlete. He was actually manned up on the wide receiver, scooted all the way to the inside to make that PBU.
Yeah, absolutely tremendous adjustment there, like you mentioned, from Coach Liam, who, as we've said before, is doing this with a short staff. So we don't know if that's in the first half it wasn't as fortuitous, but it's looking like it's coming into play here in the second half. And they're going to have 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, and a running back here with the wide formation again. Could be a run to
Dayton with a
Fallon.
random defense.
Dayton with the random defense, like Coach Nicholson saw there, could work out there for the favor. Unable to connect with the man-to-man coverage there. If he breaks that tackle, he could have still been running. But again, brings up 2nd and 10. And for both teams on offense, this 2nd down, and no matter what the series is, if it's 2nd down, if they are successful in 2nd down, it seems to be really good for the rest of the drive. And if they're not successful, I saw that too. The stream is getting choppy here, boys and girls, but we're still alive. Bardell in the backfield with Fallon. Stack formation. Fallen has a lane, and they're just able to out-leverage in the middle there with their 5 linemen, and Fallen finding those holes and getting the first down here.
As we said at the beginning, the best Liam's offense is at is when they are in a wide formation, checking the inside for runs with Fallen. Right here, look to attack the outside, take advantage of this.
They are taking advantage. It is breaking a tackle too, but it was that quick wide receiver screen. Javon Tracy.
Ooh, Javon Tracy, he's back.
Finally getting in the game here. Has 2 catches now for 10 yards, trying to spin his way away from those defenders. Does get a couple more yards, but he's up 2nd and 7 now for the Thoroughbreds.
I actually have Javon Tracy as their best wide receiver on this KSU offense. A transfer from Arizona State from last season. Really good player. Look for him to potentially get involved.
Yeah, absolutely looking to get involved here. Bardell, back to pass, has time, fires left wide open, but it's out of bounds. Not sure what the wide receiver was doing there. Maybe he thought he had some more room, but brings up 3rd and 7 now with 6 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
Al Jones with another overthrow on the exact same route, on the exact same side, before having a ball sail over his head on a wide open vertical in about, I think, the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, as you called it, Bardell not able to connect with Kyle Jones much tonight. Has pressure on him, gets it over the middle, but does not get a good gain at all. So 4th and 8. Clock ticking down to the end of the 3rd quarter, so both teams putting up those 4s, hoping to take it in this close one. 21-17 Dayton so far, getting the ball back here potentially. Probably not with great field position, but we'll see if Coach Lehman can cough and corner more if it goes into the end zone.
Dayton potentially getting bailed out here as KSU was driving with all of the momentum. That halfback screen hurting a few offensive coordinators. They're seeing it, as we know they rarely work.
Yeah, absolutely. And Dayton has not had anything going here in the second half, as we talked about. They desperately need a couple first downs here to take control of this clock and take control of this field position. Ball at the 27-yard line, though. Right hash. We'll see if they come out in any new formations. Nope, it's a duo. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. It is a RPO. Throws it out quickly to his man. Only able to gain a yard, though. So not able to get any big chunks here for the Flyers in the second half.
I do like the idea. I do worry about how often KSU's been pressing and giving pressure, that those types of routes could be taken back for 6 in a close game like this. Get back to what works for you, nice and simple for Dayton.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. It's getting kind of dangerous territory with those screen passes. Back to pass. Keely Smith has a man over the middle. Fires. Finds his man, Williams. Gain of 9 yards, so falling back across the line to gain, so not able to get the forward progress there. Split backfield, though. Looks like they could be running right up the middle of Valentine. Let's see if the Thoroughbreds are ready for it. No, back to pass. Fires. It is incomplete. Had his man. Could not get it. And a quick 3 and out again from the Flyers. Ball at their own.
Beautiful second down play call there for the mesh. Love the hurry up. Most of us choose that hurry up to see if we can go ahead and run it up the middle, catch them off guard for that 3rd down conversion. However, it brings them into split. Not the best running offense, and KSU's right there loading the box with 8.
Yeah, absolutely loading the blocks. KSU knew what was coming, it seemed like, and was prepared. Kicking the ball away here, Jackson for the Flyers. Trying to get it inside the 20-yard line. Would be just about that area. 24-yard line, it says. And 7 minutes and 4 seconds is a lot of time, Coach Nicotine, for the Thoroughbreds to work with.
Yeah, to catch pars up and any maybe new viewers, we got 7 unanswered here by Kentucky State, who has the ball, driving to potentially take the lead over what is most likely a number 6 overall Dayton in our new standings that have yet to come out. Kentucky State really could shock a few people here, Dayton included, with a legacy drive.
Yeah, absolutely could. And Coach Liam trying to get his money where Wildcat formation falling. Hitting the backfield, though, so that stout defensive unit for the Flyers, Makai Allen, able to get into the backfield and get a nice tackle for a loss. Looked like they tried to put a wide receiver on him from the outside and just could not get there with the block.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, of course it didn't work. We don't like it, but I mean, don't get too tricky. Line up in what's been working and move down the field efficient.
Yeah, absolutely. Bardell in the empty backfield, 5 receivers through the right, to the left. Bardell up the middle by himself, slides down, gain of 5 yards, so gets back that loss. Brings up 3rd and 10 though, and interesting situation here for the Thoroughbreds.
Not a fun one for an offensive coordinator here. Could potentially be punting your game away if you don't convert. Tough decision.
Yeah, tough decision indeed. It is a wide stack formation. Fallen in the backfield. They give us to Fallen. He has room. It is a first down. Fallen fighting his way forward still up to the 41-yard line. Fallen over 100 yards now on 14 carries.
Absolutely beautiful play call there, catching them off guard in what was surely a must-pass situation. That run there tells me Liam is in 4-down territory and is going down to get points no matter what.
Yeah, absolutely has himself locked in here to get the ball where he needs to be, of course. And Bardell in the shotgun formation with Fallon to his right this time. 6 minutes in the 4th quarter left. It is a screen pass to Fallen. Interesting that they just brought no pressure whatsoever and had all the time in the world. Fallen gets a 5-yard gain. That might have been the first halfback screen that we've seen be successful so far this year in this league.
I think we've seen a few others, but it's always that type of no pressure. It's not like we used to run where all-out pressure is it's the blitz beater. No longer.
Yeah, absolutely. It is not. Back to pass, Bardell looking left. Cannot hit that out route, though. Coach Nicotine, that's been 3 or 4 times tonight they've called that same route, and he has not connected on it.
It seems to come at the same time every drive, too. Right as he starts to get warm and dig himself out of that hole of being cold and start hitting a few accurate passes, we go for the outside 45 yards away pass. I know that's not what Coach Liam would want him to choose. Don't know why Bardell there chose that one.
Yeah, and it is a bunch quad formation. Was Bardell running this or maybe changing the play call up here? Looking like it could be a wide receiver screen. We'll see what happens. Bardell taking his time. 20 seconds on the play clock. Back to pass, Bardell. Firing left. Has a man wide open. Overthrows him.
Kyle Jones.
Kyle Jones could not make the play. And Bardell kicking himself there because he had his man running wide open by himself. Beat his man off the line, clear as day, but could not connect.
85. Man, he's won every one-on-one. And again, oh, God.
Interesting kick here. Really short kick, but it has a okay bounce. Ball down to the 33-yard line. Not sure what happened with that kicker. That ball went up sky high and had great hang time, but only, looks like a with the bounce, a 30-ish yard kick.
It's an onside punt.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if he was trying to get some trickery going there. Could be a Liam special, but at any rate, Achilles Smith now back with the ball in his hand. Shotgun formation. Back to pass. Achilles Smith has his man. If he threw it to be there, he could still be running, but did not. Looking for that angle route, of course, on the bunch drag. 5 minutes.
Dayton offense here just thanking the defense for giving them even a chance to be in this at this point. Got to get something going, make your defense at least take some time so they can get a breath.
And because they have not been successful running the ball at all, I'm not sure if they're just afraid to run the ball, but there they are right here, washing up the middle, yet not able to get anything going against these Thoroughbreds running the ball. Not sure if you want to keep passing it there on first down. Maybe switch it up with the run on first down and pass on second down. But, again, 3rd and long here for the Flyers, trying to keep this thing moving, take this clock down as much as possible if they can. Ball at the 35-yard line, center hash here. 5 wide receivers over the middle, cannot connect. Achilles Smith. Oh my goodness, stopping the clock there and not able to convert. Had his man, it looked like, on the slant route, but could not connect. And again, punting the ball away. So neither team able to get much going here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, if you're Dayton here, you're really up against rock in a hard place. between you know that you need to start strong and be aggressive and not fall into the same traps as before. However, you still need to run the ball at some point, so you're really stuck between the two options. When you do run it, it needs to be Valentine, though. He's by far the best back they have.
Yeah, I don't like it going to Washington at all. He's 3 carries, 5 yards so far, and a really quick hit there on the return. Only a gain of 2 on that. Ball out to the 21-yard line now for Bardell and co. Bardell changing things up. Fallon switching over the right-hand side. Now we have 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right, or 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Back to pass, Bardell has time, firing, had his man wide open, but threw it directly behind him there. Not sure what happened, but Bardell unable to get things going. It seems like when he changes the play there, Bardell is just unable to get himself into the mode that he needs to be to win this game.
Really, I mean, how many times can Coach Liam put his offense in the right spot and just not come up with anything?
Yeah, absolutely. Bardell not doing it here tonight. The league's leader in passing so far, unable to really do it on average. But another shot here at it with Fallon to his left, 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Bardell in the shotgun formation, using that clock, back to pass. Bardell has time, fires again over the middle, hits his man, breaking a tackle. It's Tracy, of course, finally getting involved here. And Bardell up to 222 yards, 222 for Bardell. 21 of 35, so a lot more attempts and a lot more incompletions, but still a lot of time here for the Thoroughbreds to get down the field. Ball at the 33-yard line now.
KSU's playbook is wide open. Within the back pocket, they know they have 85 vertical Kyle Jones winning all day.
Bardell again in the shotgun formation, giving it to Fallon. Fallon trying to cut outside, loss of 3 yards there. So there's Lightfoot able to get into the backfield again with 3 tackles for a loss somehow, even though he only has, well, I guess he has 2 solo tackles and a half sack they gave him already as well. Not sure where that came into play, but as you mentioned before, Lightfoot was having a quiet one. Fallen wide open in the middle of the field, fighting his way forward, stretching for the first down, unable to get it, but 30 inches, and the hurry up here for Bardell and co. Looking to catch him off guard. Could be a Fallen run at the middle again. It is Fallen again at the middle. They're really going to have to bring those safeties down to the line of scrimmage if you're Dayton. They need to make a change here quickly. Not a whole lot of time left in this one. Ball now down to the 47-yard line of Dayton for the Thoroughbreds. Clock is ticking down there for the Dayton Flyers. Need to make a stop.
No Fallen.
No Fallen in the backfield. Firing, diving for the ball there, and with a tremendous catch, it's John McCall. Full extension from McCall there. Wants this one badly. Says, give me the ball, coach. I'm going to take it to where we need to be. 3 minutes and 18 seconds here. Bardell with Fallen now back in the game on his right-hand side. Back to pass. Has a man to the right. Fires and hits his man McCall again. So again, he's answering the call. That's John McCall, of course. And a gain of 8 yards there. Ball down to the 25-yard line with 3 minutes ticking down.
Yeah, right here, KSU, nothing fancy. Inside run game has been working all day for you. Don't get in a rush. Don't leave Dayton any time.
Absolutely taking their time now. 17 seconds on the clock. Fallon all by himself, cutting outside. Ball down to the 16-yard line. They cannot stop this running game, Coach Nicotine.
Yeah, it's what we've been banging our head against the wall saying all day. I wouldn't have attempted a pass if I had seen Josh Fallen was on my team. It's like Ahmad Hardy. Give him the ball and get ready for next week. It's that easy.
Yeah, John McCall, the equalizer, as Coach Jason has called out. And it's going to get to Fallen. Fallen taking the ball down to the 9-yard line. So the 2-minute warning is coming up here. And if you're Dayton, you may be thinking about using your timeout to try and preserve some time.
Yeah, how was this not game of the week? Pars, you're on it. This has been a slobber knocker, to use your word.
Yeah, absolutely slobber knocker.
In a good way.
In a very good way. We've all enjoyed this one so far. Fallen again on the right-hand side of Bardell. Bardell with 2 wide receivers to the left, to the right, changing things up, pointing out the linebacker, looks like. Again, Fallen, breaking a tackle, gets double-teamed on there, though. So 3rd and 2, 1 minute and 50 seconds ticking down now, and a big play call coming up, Coach Nicotine.
This should be the last play on defense for Dayton where they're not calling timeouts. If this first down is achieved with no touchdown, it's timeout city for Dayton. Preserve as much clock as you can to leave for Achilles Smith, the Oregon transfer. See what he can do.
Yeah, absolutely see what he can do. And if you're Kentucky State, this is definitely 4-down territory. Need a touchdown to win this game. Field goal will not do it for you. Has him spread wide, looking like they're going to fall in. He's changing the play up. Does he have enough time? Is it a false start territory? It is not. Fires left, hits the out route this time. It's a first down to the 2-yard line. AJ
Dream
Colombo.
scenario for KSU here. I'm running outside something to get tackled one more time. Why is Dayton not using a timeout?
Yeah, not sure. Clock is ticking out. 50 seconds now. A lot of time taking off here. Up the middle, Fallen, taken down in the backfield. Now with the timeout, ball at the 4-yard line now. Left hash. We'll see what happens here. Everybody hold on.
KSU would have been the one time to attack that outside, as now they took a few steps back, making it a little tougher here.
And Fallen to the right again. Bardell in the backfield, tight formation. Back to pass. Bardell fires, almost intercepted at the goal line. Oh my goodness, ill-advised. Threw it right into the man's hands and couldn't hold on. Was that White Boy? It was lockdown White Boy. He could have had his 2nd interception at the goal line of the game. But it's now 3rd and goal. Fallen on the right-hand side with Bardell. Shotgun formation, wide stack here for both wide receivers on the right and left. Changing things up. It's getting choppy here with the stream. 40 seconds, back to pass. Fires, touchdown, Thoroughbreds. It is that wide stack slant again. And Bardell finally gets his first touchdown.
Jones. It's Kyle Jones finally.
Kyle Jones, we were talking about him in pregame. He shows up when he needs to. And of course, like Pars called out, 39 seconds here for the Flyers with 2 timeouts left. Huge drive there from Coach Liam.
I mean, to start off, Dayton scoreless in the second half for 3 weeks in a row. Absolutely insane. However, their quarterback, Achilles Smith, he has playoff experience with Oregon on the bench. His dad played in the NFL. This could be his time to shine with 2 timeouts. I'm not putting it all the way in KSU's favor just yet.
No, absolutely. And then we've seen him connect, throwing down the field as well. So, we'll see if they can get that same old song connection there that they had all game. 5 wide receivers for Smith. Shotgun formation, back to pass, has time. Firing, hits his man. Watkins, does he get a first down? He does. Clock stops temporarily on the first down with the hurry up now. Ball out to the 35-yard line. 33 seconds ticking down, though. Taking too much time. Flag, offsides maybe. Quickly making the catch. So do you take the penalty? You do. So
I'm accepting it because it stops the clock.
Stops the clock, and it's 1st and 5 now. Ball at the 40. Full playbook open here for the Flyers. Looking to get something going in the second half. Have not scored the ball here. Have not scored a touchdown the whole season in the second half, it seems like. Back to pass. Smith has time firing over the middle. Johnson, they need more yardage than that, Coach Nicotine.
Got to get it to the 35 here. Kicker, not that big of a leg.
Back to pass. Smith has time again. Firing deep. Has a man. Overshot him. He was wide open.
That's Megatron Johnson. I believe one of his first targets of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Megatron Johnson has not been there tonight, but showed up when he needed to, but overthrown by Smith inexplicably. Could have just tossed it up there and put some more air underneath of it. But at any rate, it's 2nd and 10 now. Smith in the shotgun formation. 4 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. I think it's a running back to the right, excuse me. Back to pass, has time. Almost intercepted. Oh my goodness, it could have sealed it. Oh my goodness, it could have sealed it there. And don't forget, they're only down by 3 here. So if they get inside field goal range, Deion Jackson, with his 96 power, 96 accuracy, has a decent chance at a 50-plus yarder.
Kicks haven't gone their way all year for Dayton. Have missed 2. One of them was a chip shot. Viking might be sweating.
Yeah, he should be sweating here. Keely Smith in the shotgun formation again, back to pass. Fires. It gets hit the same time, so now 4th and 10 with 10 seconds left. Ball at their own 47-yard line. This is it, Coach Nicotine.
I mean, you got to get something at the sticks, of course. You do have the 2 timeouts. Losing a game on time with a timeout in your hands or 2 got to hurt. You'd hope they're coaching up the quarterback here. 5 seconds out of your hands. Get a timeout.
Need to get the play off here. It looks like they need about 12 yards here for their kicker's range, it says here. So they get just beyond the first down yardage. It could be field goal territory. Smith back to pass. 4th down. Has time. Firing. It is caught. It is caught. Quick timeout there. Ball at the 39-yard line in the middle of the field. It is a 56-yard field goal. This is within his range, apparently. We'll see if they can get it, Coach Nicotine.
Smells like overtime.
It does smell like overtime.
Timeout, Kentucky State. What are you doing?
There it is.
Okay.
Kentucky State looking for the ice. Iceman. Here we go. Again.
Can we get the cams? Oh, we got the cams. Okay.
Yeah, we do have the cams. Luckily, I've had the cams on all game for both coaches.
All those Hooter girls could be disappointed.
Here we go. Oh my goodness! Don't lag on us here, boys. Does he get it? Is it long enough? It's not long enough. It's not long enough. It's short. It is short somehow. Did he just not hold it down long enough? Oh my goodness! He has mega leg and everything. Oh my goodness! What a miss there from oh my goodness! What a miss by Dayton and absolute disappointment from Coach Viking. We are adopting. I believe we are still going to talk to. I want to.
Yeah, we have to talk to both. I was an advocate. But...
We're gonna go, unfortunately, to the losers first, so they don't have to wait for us. So going to Dayton now. And Coach Viking, a tremendous game, but just unable to get that field goal to the length. Unsure what happened there because he has the mega leg. What are you telling your group here after this tough loss?
Honestly, I don't really know what to tell them.
That's totally.
It's just, I guess, unfortunate that I don't know.
No, I hear you. I mean, it was a really unfortunate turn of events there. It looked like Smith, after he got him into field goal range, was just going to be able to get it off. But, really tough end to the game there. Like you mentioned, need to figure something out in the second half going forward. But, hey, hell of a game. This was definitely the game of the week, like you mentioned earlier, boys. And, like I said, thank you for the effort here tonight.
Good job, guys.
And Coach Liam just unstoppable there in the second half, able to figure it out there. We were both thinking he was going to make that kick. His kicker definitely had the leg to do so, but not able to get it done, unfortunately, on the kick there. Coach Liam, you did this by yourself here tonight. What are you saying to your other coaches who didn't show here?
Shit, they missed the hell of a game. I never want to do that again. These games are getting bad for my health, man. I've never needed this Eagle Rare so bad.
Dude, I mean, just a nail biter there. Bardell able to connect on that wide stack slant route.
You've been missing that all night.
I mean, he just couldn't hit the out routes until the end there. He couldn't hit the slant routes to the end, but did it when you needed to. And what do you think that you can take from this game going forward?
I would take away that we're probably better than it looks. Honestly, my biggest concern coming in tonight would be how well we would hang with them in the trenches. First off, shout out to Dayton. They got a heck of a staff. They're big, they're fast, they're physical. I was really worried about how we handle ourselves up front. It was a little shaky afterwards. Well, in the beginning rather, but pass protection really solidified. I would say probably in the second quarter or so. But the run game really got going there in the second half. I honestly couldn't be prouder, and they did a heck of a job.
Coach Nicotine?
Yeah, I feel like this was really a game of matchups and really just taking advantage of when you do have a good matchup. What are you telling your wide receiver, Kyle Jones, after he misses? He doesn't connect with the quarterback, whoever's fault it is, 2 or 3 times deep down the left. And then he comes up with the game-winning touchdown. What are you kind of coming up to him and saying to get him built up to that moment and then after that moment?
Yeah, I just tell him that's football. You're gonna have overthrows. You're gonna have a day where you're on, a day where you're off. Just got to keep your head up. As you can see, he kept his head up and he made that next play. Can't let it get to you. Can't be perfect every play.
Yeah. And last question. Some notable matchups I had for their defense on your offense were basically null and void. Your right side securing the DN that has led the league in sacks. What did you kind of call on offense to make sure that your quarterback Bardell stayed clean?
Same stuff we always did. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Ultimately, you're not going to win if you don't have balls going against other teams. I wasn't about to get conservative. I just put my nuts on the table and called what's been working so far.
Good shit, Monarch.
Absolutely. I was going to say one last thing. You've been the league leader in passing. Tonight was no different after you guys were needing to get the ball in the field. But I think you really found something with Fallon. Are you going to be looking to feed him going forward?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm still kind of disappointed because we only threw for 254. We could have done better. But honestly, I don't have a specific player I want to feed the ball to. I got 5 weapons on the field. I'm going to use them.
Absolutely. Love to hear it. And, this was just another tremendous performance from your team. Still undefeated. Looking like you guys might be deserving of the number 1 spot. We'll see how it shakes out with the rest of the teams. But looking forward to seeing you guys going forward and wishing you the best luck the rest of the way.
You too, boys.
Take it easy.
You too.
All right, Coach Nicotine, my camera is gone, so it's just you and the pick here at the end. Gosh, what a game that we saw there. What a finish. It was unfortunate. Coach Viking had mentioned it at halftime. Their Achilles heel is not being able to make the adjustments in the second half. Coach Nicotine, what can you take from this game? What did we see tonight?
I mean, Dayton, they had a lot of things go right, and the things that went wrong were all potential touchdowns, big, huge plays. So for them, I'm not taking too much that went wrong from that game. Just trying to build off the wins. For KSU, I mean, one of 3 remaining undefeated teams. I have them right behind UNC, depending on how ETSU shakes out this week. I mean, what a performance, especially by himself. I mean, legacy drive there.
Yeah, absolutely legacy drive and something to build off of for KSU. And as you mentioned, for Dayton, really tough losses, back-to-back weeks there for them. But still, gutty performance from their team, did not give up there, put themselves in the position to tie that one up there at the end, just could not convert there on the 56-yard field goal. And what it showed is, even though the game said that he could make that kick, it just seems like they're not going to give that to you, even if you probably hit the power perfectly. So, note to the rest of the field, need to get probably within 50 yards for the kick to be actually doable in this league. But yeah, just another great game here for RFCL. Week 4 is off to the races, and it'll be interesting to see if any other game this week can kind of top this one. So we'll see. But
we should have a game right now, no?
No, unfortunately, they had to reschedule the UTRGV, I think they are, game with Coach Orff and company, not able to make it. So, we will see that one hopefully tomorrow. And we're going to have a condensed schedule tomorrow and Thursday, it looks like. So a lot of games still to play here this week and a lot to look forward to here in the RFCL. But yeah, unfortunately, this is the only one tonight, but I think that we got our money's worth for sure. Any final thoughts, Coach Nicotine?
Yeah, it should have been game of the week. That was absolutely wonderful for both sides. Love being here. Love being back in the booth with you, Monarch.
Yeah, absolutely feel the exact same. And as we always say, for myself, Coach Monarch, and for my boy, Coach Nicotine, our boy, Coach Nicotine, We look forward to doing many more of these, and we are out.